Hello to my middle school and elementary school students. This is Travis Newsom, and welcome to the Domino Academy. Today we're going to focus on which domino you start with once the game has already started, and perhaps this is the second, third, or fourth hand. Now we're going to determine what is the best domino to down. And today we're just looking at two hands here. The first hand we're going to look at is the one here that has the double five, the 6-4, and has a blank and two other fives. And just looking at this hand, you will say, well, I want to down this one because I get 10 points. But then you say, well, I better not do that because if he has blank 5, then he will get 10 points also. But then that's okay because if he plays the blank 5, then you can also get 10 points with a double blank. So, well, let's say you didn't want to do that, and you say, well, I don't want to give him any points. Well, remember, the score will always dictate on what the down should be or what you should risk when down in your hand. If he only needs 10 points to win the game, then you're most likely going to want to down this domino right here because you know he cannot score after you have played. Okay, that's that hand. Let's look at one other hand here. And here's another hand. What I always advocate from dominoes is that you play from strength, which means you play your strongest suits first and often. Except in this case, when it's now your turn to down first, you have to be very careful because you do not necessarily want to pass your opponent on your first down. And when you look at, if you play from strength here, then this is the real common sense play to play the double 4 maybe, because you have 4 of the 4s and there are only 2 4s in the boneyard or in your opponent's hand. But this would be a very bad down. You're playing 7 dominoes. You do not want to pass your opponent when you're playing 7 dominoes. You don't want to pass your opponent early. Now, I said this is a very bad down. Well, actually, it could be a good down, but it's not worth the gamble. And what I recommend that you do is start out with ace-4. And that way, after the first play, then you can start playing from strength. Even if he has the a6 and calls 10 points right here, well, you still can play the 6th tray, which I would recommend you do. Although you don't have any other trays, I still recommend that you play the 6th tray at that point. And then whenever you get an opportunity to play the 4s, play them as often as you can.